Hello students, welcome to LEELA'S tutorial. So today let us discuss about ethical issues or moral issues. So in animal biotechnology, in last class we have discussed about the ethical concerns. So Indian government has introduced an organization GEAC, right? Genetic Engineering Approval Committee. So this committee has given a permission or acceptance for the research based on certain rules where you are not supposed to suffer the animal and you are not supposed to use the animals for some unnecessary purpose. So what are those ethical issues which made them to put forth that rule, right? So here let us see the ethical issues. Ethical issues are also referred as moral issues. So where do they arise? They arise in the circumstance where the moral conflicts arise in the workplace, right? So here in the research we have certain issues. Though we are doing research for the sake of mankind, but still we are making use of animals in the preclinical research. So here let us see. The first one is unethical combination of species. So here we are mixing, or you can say we are producing a transgenic animal between two different species, right? It can be between two different species or between the species. If it is between the species, that means we are not going against the nature. It is a natural process. But if you are producing the animal or crossing the animal, right, in between two different species, what happens? A new species or new variety will be produced, right, which is against the nature. So now we are disturbing our natural ecosystem, right? That must not be done. And the second one is injury to the animals. Though we are producing transgenic animals for the sake of drug discovery or for the sake of pharmaceutical product testing, what we are doing, we are torturing the animal. That means we are testing on the animals and it may lead to the side effects or death of that particular animal. So again, the third one is cause of side effects. So here, in spite of causing injury or pain to the animal, during our research, there may be certain side effects like failure of certain organs, heart attack, or development of progeny without certain functional internal organs, the poor developed kidney, liver, etc. Right? So here not only we are harming the animal, but also we are causing side effects in the progeny. Right? Then another one is creating the diseased animal. So why we have to create the diseased animal? In case of oncology or in case of cancer drug testing, you want to know whether that drug is having 100% success rate in curing cancer or not. So what you are taking? You are taking an animal model and you are taking that animal and inducing cancer or inducing disease in that particular animal so that you can test your drug. And this was a successful research also, right? The scientist named John, right? He was successful, 100% successful in curing the cancer. Okay, so but still here what they are doing, they are allowing the animal to get that particular disease, then they are checking for the drug, right? Whether the drug is acting or it is drug is completely curing that disease or not, right? Then next one is mutations of the genes. So here in order to produce a better variety, what you are doing, you are causing some sudden changes in their genes, either by base deletion, base addition, inversion, translocation and all, right? So because of which again you are changing its genome, which has to be inherited to the next generations, right? In these mutations, if there is any mistake, right, if there is any aberration, that aberration may cause a new changes or new diseases, right, or new syndromes, right? In that way, see, because of all these drawbacks, these ethical issues have been aroused, right? So let us see some examples. For example, if you are taking a transgenic fish, so here what they have done, genetically modified the fish right? Some fishes were genetically modified by introducing the cryotolerance. That means the fishes during marketing, they must be tolerant to the ice condition during marketing process, so that they will be live till they reach the market. So here, cryotolerant gene is introduced in the fishes, right? And the second thing is, here the fish, they are introduced with the growth hormones, so that they are growing up to 2 times or 4 times bigger than their wild type variety. So as the size of the transgenic fish is increasing, what is happening here? The size of the fish is increased, but the ability of the fins is same, right? So what is happening? Gradually, when the size of the fish is increased, the fins are not able to swim, right? So this resulted in low swimming ability or no swimming ability of this transgenic fish. Then another example is knockout mice. So here the knockout mice, mainly in the oncology research or in cancer research, you are going to test the animal. Before testing that animal, what you are going to do? You are going to remove certain genes which are responsible for that disease, right? Or you are going to remove that particular genes, right? So that you can go for your research. So when you remove certain genes from the mice, then you call that mice as gene knockout mice. So here, due to the gene knockout or due to the removal of certain genes from the mice, it has resulted in the changes in the behavior of that animal. That is, increased aggressiveness was observed. And next example, transgenic pigs. In case of transgenic pigs, again, right, they are producing the pigs only for the sake of, mostly for the sake of meat, right? So here, because of that, it has to be given the growth hormone, right? So the growth hormones are induced or introduced into the pigs in order to increase the size. Apart from that, some research have been done so that the transgenic animal which was produced in that research, the animals were without legs. Okay, the legs were absent in that transgenic animal. Then coming to the next example, the modern pigs breeding. The breeding process among the modern pigs, what it has resulted? It has resulted in heart diseases when the animals were highly active, right? During their active condition, the animals were getting heart diseases or had heart attack and they were dead. The last one, it is the broiler chicken. So in the broiler chicken also, mainly they want more number of eggs to be produced. So the superovulation, right? And for the sake of meat, again the growth hormones are injected into them. So due to the increased growth hormone, the chicken are growing at very fast rate, right? So within 1 or 2 months, they are attaining a full-fledged adult size, right? So because of this fast growth, the meat would be tender, right? But the increased weight is causing lameness, okay? And also the legs are not able to bear the increased weight of that animal, right? The body size has been increased, but the leg stability, the strongness of the leg is still same. So here there is a bone breakage due to the more weight of that bird. Okay, and also it has resulted in sudden death syndrome. Is that clear? So due to all these drawbacks, the Indian government has organized GEAC, because of which they have put forth certain ethical considerations keeping in mind all these drawbacks of the animal. So animal biotechnology must be done in order to help the mankind without harming the animals, right? Subscribe for further videos.